What up, y'all? This is Spectator Sporting. We talking NFL free agency. We talking about all offense, defense. We're going to focus on defense on this part of the segment. We got my main man, Marcus, a.k.a. Coach Floyd, in the building, talking about NFL free agency with us. What up, Adi? We got my main man, Adi, in the building. Let's get right to it. There was some big-time defensive moves to it. It wasn't just offense. Deforest Buckner traded to the Indianapolis Colts for a first-round pick. He's the second highest-paid defensive tackle in the NFL. So, Adi, what do you like about this move, or do you not like the move?
Oh, yeah, I love the move for the Colts, all right? So, now this happened because the San Francisco 49ers just signed their defensive end, Eric Armstead, to a 5-year, $85 million contract extension. And we already know Nick Bosa, his big day right around the corner. That's going to come soon. So Buckner was the odd man out, all right? So DeForest Buckner's production in 2018 was off the charts, all right? The man had 12 sacks, 17 tackles for loss, and 20 quarterback hits. Now, that's why he demanded so many double teams in 2019, which led Nick Bosa and Eric Armstead to go crazy all the way to the Super Bowl with that defense. Now, the Colts, those guys, they was the sixth worst team. They had the sixth worst defense in getting off the field, stopping teams on third down last season, all right? So that's why the Colts went ahead and traded that first-round pick so Buckner can join forces with their veteran edge rusher, Justin Houston. He had 11 sacks last year. And their 2018 Defensive Rookie of the Year, Darius Slay. All right. We talk about the AFC South. The Colts are making big moves. They got Phillip Rivers. They got DeForest Buckner. You see the Houston Texans. They have went down. They just got to worry about King Henry stopping that man. That's why they got DeForest Buckner to stop King Henry. And so, hey, I love the move.
That it definitely is a big time move. Definitely upgrade for the Colts. They're like we talked about Buffalo going for it. They look like they're going for it too. Any thoughts on this move, Coach?
Like I hit it already. Going for it. You could tell with the Colts, they're going for it all. Like I said in the Phillip Rivers move, they're going for it all.
Yep. Let's talk about Byron Jones. Becomes the highest paid cornerback, signs a deal with Miami. 5 years, $82.5 million for Byron Jones. Coach, Marcus, what's your thoughts on this move for Miami?
I looked at this move and I tried to figure it out because I know they just had signed Xavier Howard for a 5-year, $72 million move last year. So he's guaranteed 15 this year. Then they go give Byron Jones 5-year, $82 million. You got $31 million tied up in your cornerbacks. Do they have money? Yes, they have a lot of money. They going for it, but I just did not like the move. I'm not saying Byron Jones is no weak cornerback, but 2 picks his whole career. 2 interceptions.
Right.
Yeah.
I think he was the highest paid corner, and I want to say Darius Slay, or the highest paid defensive back, and Darius Slay ended up getting a bigger contract couple days, so he's the second highest.
Okay.
Byron Jones is higher than make more money than Slay.
Oh, wow. So I didn't like the move. I don't see Howard is a game changer. Howard production kind of dropped. I know he got some off-field trouble, so as I'm reading some reports, maybe Howard's going to get dropped or maybe he's going to get a cut. But I just don't like this move with $31 million tied up in your cornerbacks. You got to go get some players. They end up signing. They signed a lot of free agents, but Byron Jones really athletic. But I don't see where he's a ball hawk, 2 interceptions. He does tackle really well. He's about 6'1", so his range is really good. The Cowboys wasn't going to give him that money. They let him walk. They couldn't afford it with Mari and Dak or whatever. So I don't like I said, that production don't say top 3, top 2 paid corner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you. When I see he only had 2 interceptions, look, it's about producing in the NFL in this league. When you getting paid that top dollar, I want to see 7, 8 interceptions at least, So that is a lot of money. Any thoughts on this, Marcus? Adi, any thoughts on this?
Well, you know what? The Philadelphia Eagles, they was trying to get Byron Jones. All right, that was their first option, but Miami Dolphins just went crazy with this contract, and so that's why the Eagles ended up trading for Slay, big play Slay, and everything. So,
Yeah.
and Marcus brought up a good point. Like Xavier Howard, the man in 2018, he was tied for the NFL lead in interceptions in 2018, and he made the Pro Bowl. But last season he had a knee injury, so. And then also he got into it with his girlfriend. I don't know if it's his wife or his girlfriend. Said, I don't know if he hit her or what, but she dropped the charges. She didn't go to court or something like that. So we don't know what's going to happen with that. But I think she's not going to go through the court system with it. So, but if Xavier Howard can get back to his 2018 form, then Xavier Howard and Byron Jones, they could be the best cornerback tandem in the NFL. I mean, Byron Jones, maybe he's not getting so many picks because he's not getting targeted so much. It could be because he's playing really good on his man and not throwing the ball. He guarded Cooper Kupp pretty good last year. He also went against Stephon Diggs, didn't have over 50 yards receiving against him too. Byron Jones for Detroit, he played well against him as well. So he plays pretty good coverage.
Yeah. Yeah, I still think it's a little too much money, but Miami went for it. They I guess they want to lock down corners. Maybe that's part of their defense. That's what they want to have. They want to be able to go solos, single man on a receiver. So that's what they paid for. Let's talk about another corner, Darius Slay. As Bears fans, we've been seeing this guy for the last couple of years. Damn good corner. Has 19 career interceptions, 3 Pro Bowls, and 1 All-Pro season. So Darius Slay is having a good career with the Detroit Lions. But I don't know if it's true or not. They say him and Matt Patricia wasn't seeing eye to eye. I don't know the whole story. So they traded him to the Eagles for a 3rd and 5th round pick. Great move for the Eagles. The Eagles needed a quarterback. That's what they were the weakest at. Every team that attacked the Eagles this year defensively was their secondary was very, very suspect. Even the Bears in the playoff game in 2018, they exposed their secondary very much. They don't have good cover corners. So I understand the move for the Eagles. And I like the move for the Lions too. They got a 3rd and a 5th round pick. So this could be one of those moves where it could be a win-win because the Eagles was in desperate need of a corner and Detroit is in desperate need of more talent, so they got a couple picks. I'll start with you, Coach. Any thoughts on the Darius Slay move?
Just anytime we lose a all-pro out the conference is always good. That only makes the Bears better. So, yeah. But yeah, Philly, you hit on all the points that Philly definitely needed some defensive backfield help, and Darius Slay, he's just been solid for the Detroit Lions for his whole career.
Any thoughts, Adi?
Yeah, well, you know what? The Philadelphia Eagles totally whiffed drafting cornerbacks in the 2017 draft, okay? In the 2nd round of that draft, they drafted Sidney Jones, and in the 3rd round, they drafted Rasul Douglas, thinking they was fixing their cornerback situation, but those guys ended up being bust. And then this offseason, they lost Ronald Darby to the Washington Redskins. He was a starting cornerback for the Eagles last year. They had to do something. They couldn't wait for the draft because they've proven that they can't draft cornerbacks correctly. So that was already established and make a big trade. So they had to do what they had to do.
All right. So we missed a couple other defensive players out here. Let's get into who. I'll just throw a name out there and somebody jump out there. Jamie Collins to Detroit.
Yeah, Jamie Collins, he was the starting outside linebacker for the New England Patriots, #1 defense in points and yards allowed per game last year. He led the Patriots in tackles for loss, sacks, forced fumbles, tackles, damn near every category. He's a very underrated defender in the league, okay? And so Detroit is glad to have a 3-year, $30 million deal. The Detroit Lions' top 3 tacklers last year was defensive backs. That's never good for a team, all right? So their 2017 first-round linebacker, Jarrett Davis, has not met expectations. So Jamie Collins reunites with his coach, Matt Patricia. He was a defensive coordinator in New England, and he also reunites with his former Patriot teammate, defensive end Trey Flowers. He led the Lions in sacks last season. So the Detroit Lions defense has been mediocre at best for far too long, since I was a little kid, all right? When's the last time you seen Detroit Lions defense kicking ass, all right? I mean, we'll see what they can do.
Yeah, it's a good move. Like you say, it pairs him back up with Matt Patricia, so that's a good thing. Marcus, I'm gonna ask you about Calais Campbell traded to the Ravens. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I seen that, and as Calais Campbell, he was kind of shocked. He was shocked that he was on the trading block. I think Calais Campbell, first off, had a great career. He just got voted to the All-Decade team. That's wonderful for him. Former Walter Payton Man of the Year. Yeah. I think it might be still a little something left in the tank. I don't know about much. He had 6.5 sacks last year. He's going to be 33, though. He's going to be 33. I think he's brought in the production. If they get any production, that'll be great out of him. But I think he's brought in to kind of anchor and lead their young defense. Baltimore, once again, trying to see if we could hit. They going for it all. They think they right there. So bringing in any production from Calais Campbell would be good. Like I said, if he could repeat 6.5 sacks, I think that'll be a win for Baltimore. But once again, we know that defense was solid, but they were young. So him bringing in that veteran leadership will be a plus for Baltimore.
Absolutely. I definitely agree with that. One more player, Dante Fowler Jr. This is the most productive player that keeps switching teams in the NFL. Everywhere he go, he produces. Last year, he had 11.5 sacks. And when he was with Jacksonville, he was one of the leaders of that Jacksonville team that should have beat the Patriots in the AFC Championship game a couple years back. So he's going to the Falcons, and the Falcons, we know they need defense, and they play on that turf. They want somebody to get after the quarterback. So I thought it was a great move for the Atlanta Falcons to go get another pass rusher, somebody who can get to the quarterback, because they definitely had some issues with that last year. One of the reasons why their record was so terrible. So they needed a pass rusher in the worst way. So good move for the Falcons getting Dante Fowler.
Yeah, I mean, the Falcons, they only the Miami Dolphins had less sacks than the Falcons last season. You know? So they definitely need that. They got the number 16 pick in the draft. I don't think they're done getting edge rushes, all right, because they lost Vic Beasley to the Tennessee Titans. And they got Tom Brady in the division now. They got Drew. Yep. They need to put some pressure on them guys.
Absolutely. So, Marcus, I want to ask you, me and I talked about this. The Bears made I don't know if you call it a power move, but it was a good move. We know the problems the Bears had on opposite side of Khalil Mack last year, getting to the quarterback. Leonard Floyd obviously did not get the job done last year. 3 sacks is just not enough sacks. So you got quadruple teams on Khalil Mack. But the Bears go out and pick up Robert Quinn from the Dallas Cowboys. What was your thoughts on this move when you first heard this?
When I first heard this move, I was excited, and I'm still excited. I'm not ready to say that my Chicago Bears, have the best front seven in football. I think that belongs to San Francisco, but they lost to Deforest Buckner. So we're going to have some conversations of the best front seven. But Pagano now has some toys. He has some toys to deal with already. But as you see Quinn is a speedster. Here's the thing, though. Leonard Floyd was supposed to be a speedster. But here's the thing that Quinn brings. Quinn not only is a speedster, Quinn has the strength to go with it. Yep. Quinn went against the left tackle almost every time. So when I say Pagano has some toys, Mac line up every time differently. So I would love to see how Pagano's going to line up Quinn. Is he going to put Mac in the same spot every time? But I really love this front seven. If Akeem Hicks comes back, in that last game he looked it like he might be back. If he comes back to anything like 2018 Akeem Hicks, that 3 is going to be dangerous with Matt, Quinn, and Akeem Hicks. I love the Bears' chances. Not only that, Quinn is also really well with Leonard Floyd. They tried to play and said, he's more than a pass rusher, whatever. He really stopped the run. Quinn also is one of the best run stoppers in the league. So It was definitely an upgrade. They was able to cut that. They cut their losses with the Leonard Floyd contract, his guaranteed money. By that, they was able to make some other moves. It was a no-brainer. Pace shown that what Pace did to me is trying to extend this Super Bowl window.
Yep.
He's trying to extend this Super Bowl window. He said, okay, I made a mistake, drafted Leonard Floyd. He cut his ties. He went and got a veteran, which he's going to pay him some money, but at the same time, we're trying to extend this Super Bowl window. And Quinn, I think, was an excellent move. Now, if it doesn't work out, we're in trouble because we don't have no young talent behind it.
Absolutely. Any thoughts about this, Adi? What Marcus just said?
Yeah, I think the Robert Quinn signing was the most underrated signing in the offseason. Replacing Leonard Floyd with Robert Quinn. He's the best out of all the edge rushers that changed teams. Robert Quinn is the best. He's better than Dante Fowler Jr. to me. He has proven over the years that he can put up some big numbers. All right, so the Bears can be scary. They can be like, if Akeem Hicks is nice, Roquan Smith got his head together and things like that. They re-signed Dane Trevathan, 80 on there. Only thing that makes me nervous about the Bears defense is Deion Bush is our starting strong safety right now, but we can overcome that. So it's going to be a scary defense. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely. That was a big-time move. I thought the Bears should go get him. If they wasn't going to spend a ton of money on the quarterback, they ended up getting a quarterback anyway. I thought they should go get another pass rusher to pair along with Khalil Mack, because Khalil Mack's going to get wore out having to face 3 people blocking him every time. He's not going to last that long. So you need somebody over there that's going to get the job done. The reason why he was so good his first year, because Akeem Hicks was there, Eddie Goldman was there, everybody stepped their game up. And now you bring Robert Quinn with a Khalil Mack coming from each side of the field, with Akeem Hicks coming back. Hopefully he's healthy 100% with the linebacking core, one of the best linebacking corps with Danny Trevathan and what's his name? Roquan Smith. Roquan Smith. That front seven is dynamic, and I think the Bears defense is going to be back in shape and back in form as they was in 2018. Great move by the Chicago Bears right there. All right, this has been our first time on Zoom, the quarantine podcast. This is Spectator Sport. We want to thank Marcus for coming on here today, man. Really appreciate your thoughts. This was a lot of fun. So in the meantime, in between time, to the next time, we out, y'all.